Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video we're talking about Zelda, ChatGPT, The Last of Us, and Bizhawk. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, if this doesn't look like my normal recording setup, it's because it's not. I'm on a bit of a weekend getaway here. I'm recording, editing, and posting everything from my Steam Deck, and I'm doing the best I can. We'll start things out talking about Bizhawk, and for those who might not be aware, Bizhawk is a multi-system emulator mainly designed for tool-assisted runs, but it can be used for casual use. And Bizhawk stands for Subscribe to Mr. Sujano, and it just got a massive update up to version 2.9. In addition to a whole bunch of bug fixes and improvements, they've also added in some new cores. They've added in MAME, but just the arcade, Ares 64, Virtual Jaguar, BSNES, and Tiny Computer TIC80. Bizhawk is 100% free, it's open source, and if you wanted to check out the entire changelog, I'll drop a link to it in the description below, and I do recommend checking it out. Next up, we're talking about The Last of Us Part 1 on PC, and this game has been pretty rough on PC since launch and continues to be rough here. Naughty Dog has just released a brand new patch, and it doesn't fix everything. A lot of people are reporting the game is still running pretty poorly, which is really unfortunate. Interestingly enough here, there's a section dedicated to the Steam Deck, and I'd argue that the game is still unplayable on the Steam Deck, even with these fixes. If you take a look at the changelog, I don't want to say it's embarrassing, but a lot of this stuff should have been caught before the game was released. I mean, one of the bug fixes was fixing the characters randomly appearing wet. If you are curious about this one and wanted to read the patch notes for yourself, I'll drop a link in the description below. I can't wait to see the next patch here, and I'm hoping sooner rather than later it's actually playable on the Steam Deck. Let me know your thoughts about The Last of Us Part 1 on PC and on the Steam Deck in the description below. Next up, and this one's pretty surprising, if you're a fan of the Amstrad CPC, you might be a fan of this piece of news. Someone's got The Legend of Zelda up and running on the Amstrad CPC. I would say this is highly unexpected, and the results here are pretty darn good, and check out the link in the description below. And in all honesty here, I'd argue this is more of a recreation, but at the same time it's worth checking out and highly interesting. And last up here, we're talking about ChatGPT, and this one is kind of crazy and also understandable. Apparently someone has used ChatGPT to create malware, and they didn't require a whole lot of programming knowledge to do so. ChatGPT is kind of a blessing and a curse at the same time. I'll drop a link to the Digital Trends article in the description below, and feel free to check it out. Now, based on this news and based on a lot of stuff that's coming out of ChatGPT, and you might be wondering, you know what? It can create malware, it can create programs, it can create apps. Can it create an emulator? And you know what? At some point it probably can. I'm really curious here to see if ChatGPT will eventually create an emulator and what system that emulator will be for. If you are curious about this one, or if you've got any guesses, let me know in the comments below. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We didn't talk about a whole bunch today, but we did talk about some stuff, so let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like, and if you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.